Hello and welcome back to a little bonus Reasons Are Several content. As I mentioned in the last episode, this was recorded when Neil and I were in Eugene, Oregon last month for a little guys trip, and this particular episode was done live on YouTube. So you will hear us interacting with the folks in the chat, and you can also go watch this if you so desire by going to youtube.com/halos and heathens. I'll put a link to this in the notes. In this episode, we share a few stories from Eugene before getting into a bit of brainstorming about how and what we could do to start podcasting again. We wrap up with a bit of the Yelp desk as we try to determine where we're going to go out that night. Thanks again to everyone who showed up live to watch and listen to us on YouTube. And thanks again to everyone for all your support as we've been on this hiatus. Yeah, I said it. Without further ado, here's Eugene 19, episode 2.
Now I think we're live.
Okay. Hi.
But it said start streaming, but then it doesn't see, it starts way
Oh,
earlier.
no, something's happening. Shit's happening.
We're good.
We're good.
We're golden.
I'm seeing an ad.
Oh, you can skip the ad.
All
right, everybody. Welcome to the Reasons Are Several reunion tour here in lovely Eugene, Oregon. I am Neil.
And I'm Matt. Sorry.
Yeah. There we go.
I was trying to figure some stuff out there. I was looking at my screen like an idiot.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about it.
You're good.
Oh, I got to find, you know what? I got to find the Eugene, Oregon. Oh, I got an ad too. What is going on here?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's your two favorite podcast hosts.
Wow, that's presumptuous.
That is. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check our. Oh, there. We look good. We're good. We're golden. We're here.
So so Neil just got up here yesterday about we got into town when noon?
I got in 12:12.
To be exact.
Around 12:12.
And we hung out for a while and did a little bit of recording, and then we went. I don't know if there's any stories there so much, but
At least I got an ad. Watch it. We get the money.
What?
Because an ad plays, and she's like, "Watch it. I get the money." Nice.
Anyway,
too fun.
Oh my God. So we went to, we did a little bit of recording, got into our hotel room and all that stuff, and then headed over to the game. Like we actually did, we just hung out and recorded for a little bit, right? That's all we did yesterday before we went to the game?
We set up.
Well, right.
That took a while.
Okay.
Yeah, we got in.
That was all your job.
We got in. Well, should we go back to our friend at the front desk, who was very nice?
You want to start there?
Well, we might as well. Let's start at the beginning.
She made us a deal that made us think that maybe we owe her something later.
Yeah.
She slipped us an extra parking pass.
Yeah. You're only supposed to get one parking spot per room, and we're like, okay. And then she was really cool, and she's like, you know what? I think there's gonna be enough people doubling up.
Right.
And then when she said doubling up.
Yeah.
Mark and I are like, this is going to get weird. We're going to have to write long letters to our wives. This is going to be really weird.
Right. But I think she thought, well, they're a couple of cute gay guys.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and give them an extra parking
Sure,
space.
they brought
you don't have to park down the street, then you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. It's like when, you see those movies and the husbands are cheating on their wives and then you find out. Well, what's the show that
it's with a guy.
June Diane Raphael is on Netflix? What is it called?
I don't know.
Frankie and Grace.
Oh, right.
Where the husbands end up together.
Is that right? I haven't watched that.
Oh, it's a good show.
Okay.
I think you would enjoy it.
I've not watched the show.
You know what? I don't think you'd enjoy it.
No?
No, it's too. I don't think there's enough going on.
You think you know me?
No. Give me back my purse. I don't know you. Give me back my purse.
I'm just gonna keep showing that.
There you go.
Ad space.
Ad space.
Do you get money for this? Do you get ad money for this?
I hope so. Well, somebody's paying for it. So she was nice enough to give us 2 parking spots. That's how it started. I mean, we knew it was going to be a good weekend.
Yeah,
it started
out.
that.
Good vibes, man.
It was sunny.
Yeah.
It was kind of warm.
Oh, shit. We went 8. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got right into it. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of stuff going
all
on.
over the map.
We came in. We unpacked our coolers. We set up.
Right. Did a little Dutch rudder.
We didn't have any. We didn't have any beers, and we're like, let's go to the Wounded Dick.
Yep.
And grab some grab. I was surprised you were going to blow over this, considering how much you enjoyed my meal at the Wounded Dick.
Yes. So we went to the Wounded Dick, and we got in there to eat, and I just kept it simple because I'm a simple man. Mm-hmm. And I thought, I'm just going to get the burger. I'm hungry as hell. I didn't eat breakfast. Let's do that. Mm-hmm. Neil decides to go with the Purgatory
chicken wings.
Yeah. And the woman actually says, as she's serving, or as she's taking the order, just got to let you know.
Hey, wrestler.
They're extremely hot.
Extremely hot.
So you're like, oh, yeah,
I'm in.
No problem. Blow that right off.
Yeah.
You know how many times she's probably seen guys go, yeah. I'm fine.
No, I'm good.
And then the second she serves them, they're like, milk.
Yeah. No. If I could get some coleslaw right now, if I get some mayonnaise salad right now, it'd be great.
So you're eating yours, and you're like, would you say it's a compounding heat?
So I guess there were a lot of wings. I would say there was maybe
at least a dozen
to 14 wings
yeah,
on
probably
there.
14.
I ate all the drumsticks. I don't like the flats. And it was spicy, but it definitely the more I had, the spicier it got. But they were good. I thought they had a good flavor. I ate 8, maybe.
You had probably 8.
Yeah.
And then you said, have one of these. And I said, okay.
You said, how hot are they? Because you don't have a hot mouth.
I don't. That's actually a direct quote. I said, I don't have a hot mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, they're not that bad. I'm like, they're okay. It's compounding.
Yes. And
but then I also did say they might be a little hot. Like I said, then I felt bad because I was like, and you're like, well, I'll try one.
So I took a bite and immediately took a bite and went, oh yeah, there's some kick there. Then I thought, well, I'll just finish this wing off. So I eat the whole thing. I get done. And it's about a 5-second delay.
Hi, Kristen.
It's about a 5-second delay. Hot mouth. And I was also like, oh yeah, this is hot. This is pretty hot. Drink beer. That's not helping. And finally I'm like, I think I'm just gotta go to the bathroom real quick. So I stood up like I'm trying to hide it from you.
Quickly.
I stood up to go to the bathroom, and I kind of nonchalantly was like, "Oh, is it down here?" I knew exactly where the bathroom was.
Yeah.
Fucking bolt for the bathroom, and I walk in, and this little kid is at the door as I walk in. The kid walks in. He goes into the main huge stall. Mm-hmm. There's a guy washing his hands. I assume that's his dad. It's not. This kid's in there on his own.
Yeah.
Where's the parents?
I know. I'm freaking Eugene. Am I right?
So I go to the bathroom to fake pee because I really don't have to pee. My mouth is on fire, and the guy's washing his hands, and I just got to do something to make sure that he doesn't know that I'm.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to look weird. So I go to pee, and I kind of fake it and go through the motions, and then I go back over to the sink, and I go to get. The guy finally leaves, and I start to wash my hands, and then I just start shoveling water into my mouth, like over and over and over, like I'm trying to put out a fire. So I do that. I leave the bathroom, and I'm feeling okay, not great, but like it went from 100% to about 60%. So
right.
I'm feeling a little bit better. Get back to the table, sitting there talking to Neil, kind of feeling like it's starting to get under control, drink a little bit more of my beer. And then all of a sudden I'm talking, and I go, It's a little warm downstairs. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. I touched my pee-pee with the hot
wing sauce.
Forgot to wash my hands first.
Yeah.
So it was like having Tiger Balm on my dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. It was very hot. But
the wings were good.
And you were sweating.
I ate, when I got to the last wing, I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to sweat. And my mouth, I wasn't having the same like, oh my God, I'm going to die. But it was definitely like, oh, these are hot. Like, these are seriously hot.
Yeah. There was no joke.
No. We also have to back up, or no. I guess it's afterward. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
You talking about when we went to the garage sale?
Yes. The flea market?
So we decided, because when we checked into our hotel room, it smelled like old man, like a very old, not like old man musk, like
not dead man,
like he's a very distinguished gentleman and he has a bit of a musky scent to him.
Not Drakkar.
I bet he smokes a pipe, like not like that.
Oh, right, not an old leather man.
No, not an old leather man. It was more like like
sour milk.
Like, is he starting to die and decompose right in front of us?
Yeah.
Like that old man.
Yeah.
So we decided we're gonna go to the little grocery store or whatever you call it, a drugstore, kind of.
Dude,
I don't know what I call that. Anyway, it was right next door to, or right around the corner from the Wounded Dick. So we go in there, and there is not enough room in this store for all the shit they have. It is like walking into a hoarder's house, but yet you can buy things.
Yeah, think of if a dollar store had sex with a hoarder's house, and they delivered the baby in a Kmart after Christmas.
Right.
It was
one of the funniest lines in the whole place is we're walking around. And I mean, there's a lot of people in there. So they're doing business.
So it's not ADA compliant. You cannot fit wheelchairs in there.
No.
The rows
very narrow.
Maybe 18 inches.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then if you're walking by somebody else, you might have to do the turn.
You have to decide crotch or ass.
But shit's hanging down from the tops.
Yeah.
Like you got to duck and weave
and so like they had a Christmas area hollow. I mean, yeah, just think of the craziest. It
was weird. And so then we're in the back, and then Neil walks over to me as I finally find the sprays and the different aerosols or whatever.
Deodorizers.
Neil walks up and goes, "There's an actual pharmacist here."
It's a legit pharmacy. And I'm like, how do these, what? No.
Technically, it's a drugstore, so it wasn't that surprising to me.
And there was a legit reputable pharmacist back there.
Right.
Not some long-haired.
Maybe they were legit.
They had a lab coat on.
Legit. He had a lab coat on.
And a short haircut. White guy.
Of course.
Yeah. So it was insane.
The funniest thing about this place, or not the funniest, but one of the funny things is that back in the day, this place has existed forever. So when I lived in the dorms, which is real close to where we were, we went over one year because we were going to...
What school did you go to?
I went to the University of Oregon.
Okay.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Eugene.
Oregon.
And so my buddy and I went over to get Halloween costumes because we were going to a Halloween party and we had to have some sort of costume.
Toga.
So we went into that exact place, which I remember being a little more spacious and...
I remember it being more spacious last time.
No.
Okay.
No, it was still that bad last time.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember the pharmacy. That's how big the place
I
is,
don't remember
too.
the pharmacist.
No.
He's kind of tucked away back there. Like, you got to find him.
Do you have Valium? Do you have something I can buy?
You really got to sneak back there. Like, it's almost like you need a fucking treasure map to find the pharmacist.
Right.
Anyway. So after we got through, it felt like a garage sale. This is what I was alluding to for earlier, is because it just felt like it was somebody's junk that we were in there buying. It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we went back to our hotel, irrigated the place, and then headed to the game.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and everything was great because you know what? They won.
Because you know what?
They won big.
They won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast forward, they won 45-3.
Yeah.
And Neil was cold, but he ate a shit ton of
popcorn.
popcorn.
Hold on. I don't think I was as cold as you were.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You're Mr. Cold.
I know, but I had my pretty sweats on that Annalise bought me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my leggings on.
Did you have
underneath.
those little like hot packets that you put in your pockets?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Oh, Neil had that popcorn, Kristen. Actually, it wasn't free this time. We were in a different spot. So
That's
Neil
right.
did not get his free popcorn.
No. But I had my pretty sweats. I had the duck sweatshirt, and I had my jacket, and I had my gloves. I was cold, but I wasn't like uncomfortably cold. But it was getting cold.
But apparently I was.
You were, because you kept rubbing your legs.
I was rubbing my legs.
No,
that's like a mating sign. You didn't pick up on that?
Oh shit! I should have sat on your lap. So hold on. Where are we now in the story?
I was explaining how we were at the crazy flea market.
Right.
And then we got our shit and left.
Right. And then
we came back here and then we went. Did we do something else? Am I leaving something out?
I thought we came back here.
We forgot the tickets.
Oh, so we came back. Right. Exactly. That and our whole beer story. Oh, I have to tell Annalise I lost our Target bag.
Oh shit, that's right. I'm sorry, Annalise. That's probably my fault.
No, it's
you know what it is? It's the hotel's fault.
I would
because the bag that we were using was a piece of shit. It fell apart. We had to use anyway.
Piece of shit.
Because we had to carry a bag with us of ice and beer with us to the tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
But what had happened before that?
So we left the Wounded Dick.
We went to the garage sale. We start to leave that place and we're walking back to the hotel. We get almost to the hotel.
Yeah, and I took a different path.
Right.
There's like a little, what is it, like a 200 square foot grass, and I went around this grass, and then all of a sudden you look at me and you're like, oh shit, and I was like, yeah, dude, just walk across the grass, bro.
It's fine, man.
You'll be fine.
It's not a big deal.
Your Nikes will be good. Why are you freaking out, man? And then you're like, the tickets. And my first thought was like, I have no idea what he's talking about, but he's really upset. But so you purchased the tickets.
We printed them at the lobby of the hotel on the walk to the
Which we should tell
Dick.
that story too. Because
I had to go in and print them in
as
the
a
lobby?
Finance guy, you didn't quite understand how this whole thing worked.
I don't think I've had to print.
Dude,
at
go
a
incognito. Good plan.
No, I know incognito. God damn it, man. Fuck.
So we printed our tickets, took them to the Wounded Dick with us.
Told myself as I put them down and put my phone over them, don't forget the tickets, and then left them on the table.
Forgot the tickets, and then I said, hey, why don't you call them
They
and tell them to
couldn't hear
just
us.
throw it away?
She couldn't hear us.
No, she couldn't hear. So
She's like, I can't hear a word you're saying.
we walked all the way back to the Wounded Dick.
Yes.
And they had our tickets.
Yep.
Very
and then we
nice.
went back to the hotel, and then we
Came
fucking geared up and headed out. We were
Geared
good
up.
to go. Did the
Geared
nice
up, grabbed some beers. We grabbed the laundry bag
that ripped
out of the closet.
Yep.
Threw some beer in there. I took a.
You know when the condom rips? It was like that.
It was like that. So I because it was ripped, I said I have some reusable shopping bags in El Escapade.
Mm-hmm.
Escapade. So we used one of those. Walked to the game with all these beers. got there, freaking drank some beers.
Met up with our friends.
Are we allowed to talk about your friends?
We could talk about my friends. We met up with my friend Kevin and
Are we
Katie.
allowed to talk where they were?
They were in the
rich,
little section next in the rich. In
rich
the rich.
RKL SD, the rich kids on LSD.
So there's a baseball park next to the stadium
Of
that they
course there
built
is.
like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Next to that is a building where I think it houses all the baseball shit. That's an official. And so they do a tailgate in there, and they've got all this fucking food and drinks.
Wait, you call that
great.
a tailgate?
Well, it's like the fancy tailgate. It's a nice tailgate. It's a party.
It is a temporary tent. I would say
It's not temporary. It's just permanent.
Is that there?
Yeah, that's always there.
And it's a fully catered. Think of rich white people wedding reception at a winery.
There were not just white people there.
Well, yeah, the poor black family got kicked out like within 5 minutes.
They did not get kicked out.
I didn't see. We got in there 5 minutes later. They were gone.
They left on their own accord.
That's what everybody says.
But yes, my friends had, and it was funny because Neil and I walked up to meet my buddy Kevin, and he's like, just come. We're like, can we come in there? Are they going to let us in there? He's like, yeah, just walk right in.
I was not.
So we walk in. I've got a leaking bag of ice and beer.
Leaky Target bag.
And they're like, hey, do you guys want us to get drinks?
We're walking our own with our own beers.
Yeah, but that's not that unusual in that setting. But the funny thing was that they were like, you guys want a drink? We can go get you guys drinks. And I'm like, no, we have our bag. We're good.
They were very, very nice. Your friends are very nice, very friendly. And then it was very white. And then it was, let's take some pictures. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh.
And then they're like, no, you gotta go.
We're going to share those pictures. There's some fantastic pictures.
I will say, hey, Quadfather. I will say this though. Now, again, I'm gonna sound really rude, and I'm okay with that. But your friends were lovely, but it definitely had that feeling like in movies, like even like the comedies. I'm trying to think of like Meet the Fockers, or what was the first version of that movie?
Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents, right? Where like they go to like the really nice house, and like the family's like, everything's presented. They're like, oh, come on in. Oh, help yourself to this, and they have like diamonds in a bowl and stuff. Like you just take them if you want.
Right.
It had that feel to it.
Diamonds in a bowl.
Yeah.
Just take the diamonds.
Just take some
diamonds. Because that's what happens at rich people's houses. They give out jewels.
They just give out jewels. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Would you guys like something to eat, or would you like some jewels?
Yeah.
Oh, but we're all rich.
See it.
They have some jewels.
Well, it's like we would have peanut M&Ms.
Right.
But they would have bowls of diamonds.
They would have bowls of diamonds.
And so it had that feel. It's like, oh, no. You're on the other side now. You want some food? You want a drink? You need a Lamborghini? Bro, we're good.
It's like the clip that Eddie Murphy did when he dresses up as a white guy.
And the fucking mascot.
The guy just gives him the
mascot for the Ducks was in there.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen all the time.
Big time, man.
Yeah. It doesn't happen.
Time. Yeah. Welcome to the other side.
When I used to see the mascot for the 49ers, it was because he got overheated and they needed to take his head off of him.
And that was right before the security asked you to leave.
Pretty much.
And you're like, no, I work here.
But it was a
like,
great,
no, you don't.
but it was, I know I'm not, it just happens to be that's how it is in there. But your friends are lovely, very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think they're great.
I thought it was really nice when they were like, oh yeah, we go to Napa, we go to Napkins, and I'm like, yeah, let us know. And she's like, yeah, totally. And you could tell like by the look in her eyes, she's like, I'm never calling this.
Oh no,
I'm totally playing.
She's all up for it.
Playing.
They
with
love
you.
napkins.
I am playing with
napkins is the shit, man.
Yeah.
Although Alex, ever since Alex left.
I told you that I think he changed his number too, or he hates me because I have not heard from him. Yeah,
it was me. It was me asking.
No, it was after that.
It was me asking him about his baby.
That's it.
Remember that?
That was hilarious. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, really? How's it going?
It's gonna be great, man. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I know it's weird and scary, but
and then you lit the whole place on fucking fire.
I did not let some fire. So no fires there. I was not in Los Angeles the last couple of weeks, so those fires are not my fault.
No, you say. So
Anyway.
you say. So that was a good time. Your friends are very nice. I had a good. I did. They actually are very. I felt coming. I'm playing around, but I had a good time.
We'll share those pictures.
I did not like taking the pictures. I'm
of
not
course.
a fan. Not a fan.
No, but when Keith says we're taking pictures, you go, fine, Keith. Take some pictures.
but it kind of felt like I kind of enjoyed the fact that like you don't see them all the time. And you guys could have now. It's going to be like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, one of Matt's friends. That's what it's going to be. I don't like that.
What would you prefer?
That the three of you took pictures.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I thought you were going to say, like, how would you prefer to be referred as?
No. The three of you took pictures, and I was hanging out. I'm like, hey, guys, oh, that's great. High five.
It's fine.
Yeah, but now it's going to be like, oh.
What's the political term? We're all under one giant tent.
Yeah,
right?
it's like, oh, look. Oh, well, the great thing is now they can show it to friends and see, like, yeah, we like other cultures and
other
races.
cultures,
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
What did she say? Keith gets to take pictures. Yeah, Keith does get.
Yeah.
Keith wasn't in the picture, to be honest. He just directed us to the picture place.
Yeah. Keith was very nice.
Yeah, I don't think I could pull it up here.
Yeah, I think he was confused why you brought your gardener to a Ducks game.
Well, it was that time of the year.
It's all right.
Every year, one of my
I
gardeners
appreciate
gets
the
to go.
bonus. I appreciate
one
the
of my
bonus.
gardeners is the lucky winner.
But no, that was fun. And then we left there and went and stood by a garbage can to pound a couple more beers.
Right. Because I thought you were going to go in the duck shop and like order.
We were,
buy some stuff.
but then it was either
It was too late.
It was either we finish our beer
Yeah, we need to-
and I'm like, well, we can go to another duck shop.
Exactly. So, and we will do that tomorrow.
I was a little hurt when I first pulled up and I dressed specifically for you and I had my Ducks sweatshirt on and you didn't remember buying it with me.
I don't remember you buying that particular one. And the
Isn't
reason
it a
why
nice
is because you
sweatshirt,
bought it
though?
at the stadium. I was a little drunk that night.
Isn't it a nice sweatshirt though?
It's a great sweatshirt.
Yeah. It makes it look like I'm a legit Ducks fan because you don't see it all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you want.
That's
Gear
what I
that
wanted.
nobody normally sees.
Back home
Which
when
is
I wear
why I
it,
wore the shirt I wore that night.
right. Back home when I wear it, people are like, "Oh, you're a Ducks fan. Like you're hardcore." And I'm like, "Bro,
Yeah, dude.
me and Tim
You don't
go
even
way
know.
back, or
Like,
Tom,
you
or
wanna
John,
talk about
whoever.
Halpert?
Halpert.
Let's talk about Halpert.
Yeah. So then
Anyway.
we went to our seats.
Yep, the game was great. They fucking pounded the shit out of them. It was awesome.
Whoa, ho, ho, ho! You're
I'm just
fuck,
skipping
bro.
right
What is
through that
going
stuff.
on? So we got there and we sat down. We got to our seats.
A lot of open seats around us because somebody had bought up all those goddamn
Yeah.
seats and tried to turn for
we
a
were
profit. And
by
they fucked that up.
ourselves. It was very romantic.
It was.
very nice. And
Lights?
you wanted we had the giveaways, tiny little flashlights, green and orange, yellow,
Not orange.
yellow, but they
No.
looked orangey. That's what the lights looked orangey.
Fine.
Yellow is really hard to do.
It is.
So
Right.
I wanted a green one, but we were in the orange yellow section. Pissed me off.
Probably could have snuck over.
You probably should have tried. But you wanted some peanuts and a soft drink.
Yes.
So I
You wanted
wanted
the popcorn.
all the popcorn in the world. I have a popcorn issue. And we talked about it before when we last year went to the Ducks game and we got free popcorn. I must have eaten half my weight in popcorn.
You ate so much that I think they were having a tough time keeping it up with it.
I was on first name basis with the lady who lets you in and out of the suite
Well, the
area.
lady who's there was so excited about you because you were named after Neil
Sean.
Diamond.
Yeah.
And you
knew Neil Sean.
And yeah, right.
Yeah.
So she was very excited about that.
And then the popcorn lady, who was about twice the age of the lady who was into Neil Diamond.
She was at least twice your age.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. You're old though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was older. She was almost dead. And so, but she loved me because I kept getting the popcorn, and she thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
Right. Because you were giving her lots of love, and you're very appreciative.
A
very nice young man.
I'm a very reciprocal lover.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But this time I had to buy my own popcorn.
Right.
So
But it was cheap.
went up and I bought your. It was a big freaking. Was it 32 ounce? No,
I don't know.
32.
The drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a big
no.
one. It wasn't a
Probably not that big.
64.
No,
It wasn't a big gulp.
it wasn't a big
It
gulp.
wasn't a super big gulp.
Super big gulp 64. Big gulp's 32.
I would say
it
big-
was not a big gulp.
You don't think it was big gulp?
No, it was the next size down. It was
Okay.
probably a 24 ounce.
24.
Yeah.
So Diet Coke, bag of peanuts, 2 bags of popcorn. Came just about $20.
Hammered that.
I'm like, what the fuck? Just popcorn. I made such a mess. There was
Did you
popcorn
see
in my
the
face.
floor
Oh, dude.
by us?
Popcorn in my face, peanut. I was just shoveling it in.
There were so many peanut shells and like popcorn debris everywhere all over us. People must have been like, because it was so barren everywhere else.
Yeah.
There was nobody
And it was just,
around.
well, the funny thing is when we were walking to our seats, you're like, hey, you want to go ahead and get, there was no one in line. You're like, go ahead and get your popcorn. I'm like, nah, I can't get it now because I'll eat it all before the game even starts. You're like, the game's starting in like 10 minutes. I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
So you waited.
So I
Got it
waited.
5 minutes into the game.
Yeah. And then I went and got it and ate it all by the end of the first quarter.
Right. And then the bathroom situation. Not as good as our
But then I
last
went
year.
back for another bag of popcorn, another bag of peanuts, and another soft drink.
And you still only spent, what'd you say, 35 bucks?
I think I spent under $30 for all of it. It was amazing.
Annalise is away and Neil will eat.
Oh,
It's true. She was 100 years old. Quad father, she was in her 90s.
easily. Easily.
She was up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, Chris. So the bathroom situation was a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
I went at a great time. I am smart.
I have to go to the bathroom now.
Oh, fuck. I'll just tell you guys the story. So I'm smart man.
I am a smart
guy.
man.
So I went. I know because I have stage fright issues. I have issues with that, and I'm dealing with it. And so what happens is I go in there. There's people lined up. I know I'm supposed to be going. Yep, it's a big game. It's exciting. I'm supposed to know I'm supposed to be going, and I literally line up, and I know people are around me, and there's no reason in hell that anybody would be paying attention to my stream, but I feel like somebody is. And so then if I don't start going, then it becomes a thing, and then I'm like, oh my God, come on, pee. Even if I have to go badly. It's a weird thing. If anybody has stage fright out there, I feel for you. But what happened is, I knew the second a certain play happened that if I went right then, that thing would be cleared out and there would be nobody in there, and I was right. And then within 2 minutes, everybody was in that bathroom. So I timed it perfectly. The next time I had to go to the bathroom, decided to go down to the porta potties, which are at the back end side of the stadium, and there's a line. So I go there, I line up, and this poor kid is in front of me, probably 21, 22 years old, and he's standing there, and all of a sudden this other guy walks up and just starts going, yeah, no, it is a problem. Fuck you, you're a fucking pussy. And I was like, whoa, what is going on here? This guy is just screaming at this kid in front of me, and I'm thinking, maybe they know each other and they're just giving each other shit, whatever. Nope. Finally, this guy goes in the bathroom and the kid turns around to me and he's like, I don't know that guy. I was like, what? Who is this guy? He goes, I don't know. He just walked
Did you want another beverage?
Sure.
Good.
You can make me another. Here, let me have one sip of that.
All right. I'm going to be in the background. I'm going to be in the background.
Thank you. So I decide... I'm talking to the guy, and the guy's like, I don't know what to do there. Like, I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to do with that guy. The guy literally wants to fucking fight. And I said, well, there's a couple things wrong with that. One is you'll get kicked out, so there's no reason for that. And he's like, exactly. And then I said, the other thing is, oh, hey, Jay. The other thing is, I said, and it's a line that I will stand by till the end of time. And if anybody has never heard this line, it's important to understand this, especially for you young kids out there. And that is there's two things you don't do. You don't date crazy, and you don't fight crazy. And this guy was crazy. So you don't fight him because he's got nothing to lose. So he doesn't give a shit. And the only thing that's going to happen is something bad to you. Even if you win the fight, it doesn't matter. Like the best case scenario, you're going to knock the guy out and he's going to fucking hurt himself and be in the hospital. And then you're getting sued. So the kid was real smart guy for a 21, 22-year-old. Not that they're not smart. But he did the right thing by just kind of letting this guy do his thing and like, whatever, see you later. So it was good. What if you marry crazy? That's what Chris said. Oh, Kristen, are you in the same room as him? You don't date robots either. You're right, Jason. You just fuck those sex bots. That's what you do. No. So, and who is it who was asking? Quadfather, you said, what are you guys doing tonight? Funny you should ask. We're actually going to go out later downtown to a bar, and there's about 4 or 5 different bars that we're looking at. And I'm actually going to do a little special edition Yelp desk. And I'm going to read some reviews from 5 different places, and you guys are going to tell us which place you think we should go. We're going to do that in a little bit.
You want to talk about our duck friends?
Sorry. Jay just said, I did, Chris. If you marry crazy, never divorce crazy. Oh, shit, man. This is getting good in the chat. What did you ask me?
The ducks. Tell them about our duck friends.
Oh, well, so the luxurious hotel that we're staying in, aka a motel, and I talked about this on maybe something that might be released next week, who knows, but that we're staying in a Best Western, and I have come to find that a couple different Best Westerns I've stayed at in the last couple of years are just fucking pimped out. They're nicer than hell. So they've really upped their game, but this place has definitely not gotten that memo. So they are still very much a low-key motel, and it's fine. It's a college town. They don't really give a shit because they're like, all these people are going to come into town and need a place to stay, and there's not that many options. So we don't really need to, ramp up our hotel rooms. But in this place in particular, I asked Neil for the deluxe room overlooking the water, and I wish I could turn the camera right now. It'd be too hard to do it. But there's this thing called the Mill Race, which is like a little... I don't even know what you'd call it. It's not a pond. It's not a river. It's not a creek.
It's a big creek.
It's a big creek. Yeah, I guess that's what you would call it. And there's there's a bunch of shit ton of ducks in there. Like it's almost like they did it on purpose. And so you hear them all the time. So when we've been recording stuff or Neil trying to sleep in, as he did today, you just hear the ducks constantly. It's just a constant duck thing.
This morning I thought it was your cell phone.
No, it wasn't. King size bed? No, Courtney, we got 2 queens, man. You know us. 2 queens, got to have 2 queens.
Right. You want to try that before I leave this area?
Sure, thank you. Sorry for this little break in the action. Mm-hmm. It's not the honeymoon suite, Jay. It's not. I should have asked for it. They actually asked us when we you pull up to this hotel. It's funny, and you go to the lobby.
You're stuck with it.
I'll
No,
be fine.
you're done.
I'll be fine.
You done?
We pull up to the motel and we walk in and we're talking to the gal who hooked us up with the extra. You all right there? Hooked us up with the extra parking passes.
job.
And she said, "Do you guys want to be on the first floor or the second floor?"
You're right.
And I'm looking at the motel in front of us and I was like, there's only first floor rooms. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Right.
We'll go ahead and take the first floor then. Thinking, what are we going to be on the roof?
Yeah, what's going on here?
But then forgetting about the fact that the back side of this property has actually 2 stories. So we
Right.
ended up with the first floor property and overlooking this lovely, what'd you say? Large Creek? Is that what
Large
you called
Creek.
it? Yeah.
I'd go with Large Creek.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm back. Hey, everybody.
How has not podcasting changed your life? Well, I'll tell you this, Courtney. That's a good topic. Should we get into this or should we still finish up the duck talk?
Oh, whatever you want, man.
Should we jump into podcast talk?
Fuck yeah. Bring
So
it.
I have not podcasted. Well, Neil's going to get mad at me because he's going to start talking about my guest spots.
Yeah, bullshit. You haven't podcasted no, you podcasted yesterday. So what are you talking about?
I have not podcasted with
2 on
Neil.
3.
And Chris,
How was your week, honey?
Chris, we are drinking
Our liner notes.
We are drinking old fashions.
Oh, are you gonna be part of 24 hours of podcasting with Jay?
Are you talking about Jay?
Yeah.
Jay the Angry Ginger?
Yeah. Are you gonna be part of that?
Oh, he just said be right back. Come on, Jay.
That's all right. Are you gonna be part of that?
I am going to be part of
Oh,
that.
so you haven't stopped podcasting?
No, it's not.
No,
okay,
right.
Let
No,
me
no,
explain.
you're right.
This is
Okay,
not like
no.
am I a podcaster, am I not a podcaster thing. There's nothing like that. My point being this. I have not been a regular podcaster with my own show. That is a true statement.
Right.
Since we last recorded in April. I think the episode released on May 1, but it was recorded in April.
Right.
So it's been almost 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been weird. It's been a little bit different.
Right.
It was definitely weird at first because it felt odd to not have that regular schedule. I didn't like the fact that I wasn't getting to talk to you. You and I still text each other quite regularly,
we do.
but we don't talk like we used to.
Right.
And so that is the saddest part, is that we don't get to have our regular conversations. There's certainly things that come up where I'm like, I would love to talk about this right now on this show or do whatever. And so I saved some of those bits for stuff we're going to talk about on a recording we're going to do tomorrow. But yeah, in general, it's something I've been missing. However, I've been so busy this last summer with trips and different things. And then now this fall with all my kids' soccer teams and all this different stuff. Not to mention they switched from doing like an aftercare program where they would stay at school until like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Right.
To coming home at 2:15. During the time. So that's right when we would record. So this is my biggest beef now. To fast forward
now
to
we're
this
getting into
point.
beefs.
We're going to get into beefs.
I didn't
You
know
ready?
there was an issue.
We can talk about beefs.
Wow.
Want to talk about beef? That's
All right,
today.
let's hear what your issue. Let's
That's
hear
some
your
pork today.
beef.
No, it's not a beef. I guess it's a bad choice of words.
We got issues, bro.
My biggest obstacle.
Matt's been holding this for 2 years.
My biggest obstacle.
Yes.
Is the timing. Is the schedule.
Amen, brother.
Because I think that's where before Neil and I used to record. Just so you know, on Tuesday afternoons, Neil and I would record around 4, and it worked out well because I was able to kind of chunk out some time from work. He would be home from work. Is that the Ducks again?
Fucking Ducks. They drive me
Can you guys hear
crazy.
that?
Oh,
They're
God.
all over the place. Go Ducks.
We should just open the window so people could hear it.
But we had this schedule that worked, and now it's going to be difficult for me to do that. So I have 2 concerns. One is content and what we want to talk about, and 2 is, which is a big one, and 2 is schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I thought it would be good for us to get on this live show. And let's just fucking...
Let's work it out.
Let's just... What do they call that? Not workbook.
Yeah, no. It's got a word.
What's that term?
Let's... Oh, I know what you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's not whiteboard it.
No, it's not work it out. Let's...
Workshop it.
Yeah.
Let's just workshop it. So that's why... See, when the kids come early, it makes you be. Kristen knows.
Brainstorm. Annalise went with brainstorm. Chris went with brainstorm.
Chris went with there's after school care for kids. What the fuck? Yes, Chris. It exists.
But it's
you know,
like brainstorm, but it's actually when you're working it out. Like let's like workshop.
It's not workshop?
No, it's not. I think there's something else.
All right. Well,
All right.
somebody will say it. It's called marching band.
That's awesome.
So I wanted to throw this out there to you, of course, because we were trying to figure out what would even work and how it would even be possible, but also to
what would
everybody
work.
else.
Right.
In case anybody else has any ideas as far as how to make that work. We have talked in the past about different things. When you first thought you weren't going to be able to podcast pretty early on when you would join the show,
Right.
you were like, well, maybe we can record once a month and do like 4 different
a long
recordings, and then we
recording.
just, and so
Right.
it might have to be something like that. I don't know that it's once a month and we record 4 short episodes or 2 episodes every other week. But we need to figure out something that's going to work, and it's probably going to have to be on the damn weekends. Those damn weekends.
God damn. I agree, but I think that could work. I think that could work out also, because I think we could also do like a Sunday afternoon where it's the end of the weekend and we get together for a few hours and we're done. It's once a month.
Right.
Once a month.
Because that's the other thing is when you get into the weekly schedule, which many people on the show or in the chat understand. When you get on the weekly recording schedule, it's hard. Like if you have a vacation or there's
Chris wants his kids to go to a Matchbox 20 camp now. I don't know what's going on.
You can't fit. It's supposed to be marching bands.
Oh,
in a hockey rink, Brian. Yeah.
I wanna push you around. Yes, I do.
So that's the biggest issue.
This is and I will. Not yes, I do.
I have been thinking about is what to do with that, because I would still love to do a show with you, and I'd like and other people have asked me. Oh, you're going to reboot Reasons Are Several. You're going to keep it going. It will not be Reasons Are Several.
No.
So the stuff that we're recording this weekend is just kind of just for us to kind of get together and shoot the shit. So that'll end up being posted on that feed. But any new show we do would be under a new title, because then it's like ours.
Reasons Lost, something like that.
No, but I mean, like you have said, and like you said toward the end of the run with us and our
I like
show.
things in my butt.
No, yes.
I like that. No. Oh, no. Yes.
No, but it was that you always felt like Reasons Are Several was not your show.
Right.
You were a guest host or a co-host. You were not part of the show. So I want to do something that would be our show that you wouldn't feel that way about. Something totally new, maybe a slightly different format, something that's not the same exact thing we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there would still be elements of what we do or what we have been doing in the past that we pulled into that show now. It's not like we're going to totally
I think we
flip
should
the
do a
script.
podcast where we only cover the personal lives of sports players. So anything in the news that sports players got in trouble with,
Oh, man.
During that month,
That could
and
be
we talk
depressing
about
as
it. Yeah,
hell.
it could be, but it could be hilarious. That's all we do.
Another concept we came up with is...
Considering motorsports a sport also.
Well, you would have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to consider all that.
Yeah.
Fuck, Courtney, we'd probably have to consider esports a sport at that point.
Ooh. I don't know. I consider esports definitely a competitive outlet. I don't consider it a sport.
Well, it's an activity.
It's
at
an
this point,
activity, but I do think that I don't consider esports people athletes.
Who's Kevin? Kevin is in Jamaica right now.
What?
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin. That's awesome.
Kevin, are you aware that Neil goes to Jamaica?
He's aware. He's aware. He knows. Nice. Enjoy. Which resort are you at? But going back to, so that would be, that was one I thought about. It'd be hilarious to do like almost like a gossipy,
totally.
personal life sports.
It's like TMZ sports.
And bring our own stuff in,
Sure.
but I thought, because it's really not, you don't have to be super current on it.
Right.
Because it's, a lot of people wouldn't even know about it. They'd be like, wait, what? But even crazy stuff like, so-and-so
It'd be really
this
tough to get interviews.
Or not. Or not. You don't know.
Or a girl.
Or a girl. Could be a girl. Or a guy. But you don't know, because there could be, we don't have to look for negative stuff. It doesn't have to be negative. It could be like, so-and-so moved from this house to this house and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I'm not looking like for dirt to bury these guys.
I like that idea.
And girls.
But here's the thing is, I think the flexibility of having, so what we talked about at one point was doing like a...
Courtney asked if cornhole is a sport. Because if you're doing it right.
Oh, shit, son. It is not a sport. I'm trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
You think it is?
Mm-hmm.
You think cornhole is a sport?
You're throwing something into a hole. Like a basketball.
Wow.
Into a hole. Yeah, it's a sport.
Different.
It's a sport.
I don't think so.
Darts, sport.
Barely.
Pool, sport. Bowling, sport.
Yeah, bowling, definitely a sport.
Yeah.
We should bowl over here.
We should bowl. Oh, God, don't make me bowl. That's so embarrassing.
Bowling's awesome.
So embarrassing.
Here's the thing. I thought...
Kristen says it's a game, not a sport.
Yeah?
Isn't it all, Kristen? Isn't it all?
Isn't it? Isn't everything a game? Isn't life a game? Here's the thing I thought about, and I think you and I even talked about it a little bit.
All right.
Is that, do you do more themed shows? So you're not pigeonholed into one particular thing. So it's not, hey, we're the podcast that does this. We just do different things.
We go John Oliver.
Yeah.
I like that idea better.
So that might.
So we can do a sport. We can do a couple times a year. We do like hey, let's catch up on these goofballs that are whatever.
Right.
Or one is like, well, we get to like the college final football playoffs. Yeah, the BYOFs.
Yep.
And we would like that show that week.
He made it. Sorry.
Leading up to that would be about just college football.
Right.
Right.
You could definitely do that. So that it leaves a little more open.
I like that. Because we can do whatever we want.
The key still becomes the recording schedule. It's just really hard to do. You think once a month?
Once a month on a Sunday.
And is it like we just record as long as we can and then break that up into 4 chunks? Or we break it up into 2 chunks and do every other week?
No, we plan on 4 hours. And that's a long time.
That's a long
time. But remember, we have that whole month.
Sir.
We have that whole month to figure it out. Yeah, but you and I get together and say we're going to talk for 5 minutes, and 45 minutes later.
Of course, but it's a big ask to say to my lady friend, hey, I'm going to be downstairs from 2 to 6.
Yeah, exactly. 2 to 6.
See, you wouldn't want to be
once a month. Once a month. I'll talk to her.
I'm going to have to wait.
She freaking haunts my freaking dreams now and haunts me in the bathroom. That's a good point.
So just so you guys know, just as a little aside,
Neil, I will tell you this.
Yeah. Let me ask you
this. If I ever meet her in person, I'm
going
to feel so awkward.
Why?
Because I know you tell her all this shit, and then she haunts my dreams, and it's going to be weird.
You should not feel awkward about it. What are you talking about?
It's going to be weird.
You're a hugger. She's a hugger. It's going to be fine.
It's going to be weird.
It's going to be fine.
No.
You met her friends. You met her friends yesterday.
And how did that go? Look how awkward I made that sound.
It went great. They thought you were great. They want to hire you.
I know. I was going to say, he's like, listen, I'll give 1,000.
Like, what do you charge for an Orinda home?
Yeah. What do you, I mean, can you put like native plants in the garden? I don't know anything about that.
Is that bad to say? Is that bad to say?
I don't
native?
want bougainvillea. I'm tired of bougainvillea.
Yeah. Is that bad to say native in front of you? Is that a problem?
Yeah. Is your wife brown too? Oh, she is. Oh, that's cool. So you didn't steal one of ours. Okay, fair enough.
That does not leave a spot open for soccer jerseys, Kristen. We're not going to do that. That will not happen ever again. It was too much.
I enjoyed the hell out of that.
It was not fun.
You were so frustrated like 10 minutes into that show, and I'm like, hold on, got to show this one too.
Oh God. Anyway, so that's kind of where we are as far as the podcasting thing goes. My biggest thing was trying to figure out it's got to be a schedule because it's just hard to book. Like,
so do you think it would be easier to do every other week? 2 hours versus 1?
No, I think once a month is better.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to decide is, do we have enough time to do that?
Yes.
Or is it like a 30-minute episode?
Okay. Once a month, we record as long as we can.
2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. We'll figure it out more as we go along. But we have obviously we're going to have an outline because we're going to have stories to tell.
Yes, and I think the other thing is, depending on how you do it, you could do the themed episode, or we just do this whole fucking laundry list of topics, and then I can always do little short intros to say, hey, this week we talked about blah, here's the show.
Yeah.
I could always do that.
I like the idea of having like this month or next month
5-minute shows.
We're going to talk. There are a couple podcasts like that. We're going to
curling. I would say curling's a
definitely.
Sport.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ty's here. What's up, Ty?
What's up, Ty?
What does he say?
I feel you, Matt. Definitely expect some changes with 2 on 3
after episode 100.
Are you on episode 100?
That's a preview. No, I'm not.
Fuck you.
I've only been on like 5 of their shows.
Fuck you.
5 of the 92 shows.
Yeah, I've only been on 95 of the 96
I
shows.
think they would love to have you on, but you're so aloof.
Me?
Yeah.
Aloof?
Aloof.
I don't think that word has ever been used to describe me. Aloof. You're so aloof and mysterious. They're like, who the frick are you talking about? So I think I like the idea of having an idea. I like the idea of having an idea. But if we have a theme for the show, because then we have a month to get everything together, and I think you would enjoy that much more.
Careful.
Yeah, and I think I would too. John Oliver style.
No, exactly. And it still gives us our outlet to talk.
Yep.
We still have stuff to do. We still have stuff to
We'd
put
have
out.
our catch up, the beginning catch up.
I think you would do a lot of that too anyway. I think it would be, you'd mix that throughout.
Yeah, I agree.
What I mean? So,
well, and it's hard for me to stay on topic. So it would be like let me ask you this.
Right. It'd be a lot of that.
So I say we do that. I think we start with 2 hours once a month and see how that goes. And we can break that up into whether it's 2 shows, 3 shows or 4 shows.
Seashores. I sell seashells.
On the seashells.
Seashore.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we go from there. But let's come up with a name.
Oh, we're gonna do that right now?
Do it now.
Are we game stopping it?
Oh, I should probably make Ty
workshopping.
Hold on. I gotta make him blue.
Ty, you gotta be blue. He's gonna make you blue.
I'm gonna make you blue, bruh.
#sidebar. As in that's the show? The show is called that?
That's interesting.
Why would this plan work after Matt quit? Wow, Courtney. It's like that, is it?
Boy.
Jesus
Hashtag
Christ.
sidebar with the hashtag. Isn't
You
bad.
know why Courtney's mad?
That's not
because we
bad.
haven't made a reasons are several fucking tank top. That guy loves tank
Oh,
top.
he does love his tank top. Next time, I want to see Quad Father with shaved pits, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Too much hair going on there?
Kristen says 30 minutes.
30 minutes is
But
fine.
then she gave, I don't know what face that is. That's I sat on a tack face.
30 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what that, it's like a disappointment.
Yeah.
She's not mad. She's
No,
just
she's
disappointed. Yeah.
I like hashtag sidebar.
But isn't 30 minutes better than nothing, Kristen? And I don't mean that in some sort of arrogant way. I'm just saying, like, if we're going to produce any show,
Wow.
it's either no show or 30 minutes.
Well,
Wouldn't that be better?
You know what's funny is
Sneer.
I use that with Annalise. I'm like, isn't 3 minutes better than nothing?
Oh, well, it's
She
true.
said no. She's like, no, it's actually not.
I'm going to need you to go at least 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't wake me up for that, please.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, honey bunches, you know the gray glasses that I scratched? I found somebody online who
Wait,
has
are these
a
the ones in
black
the toilet? Oh, no, you told
No,
us
the Skype. Anyway, so
Wait.
I found a pair.
Skype glasses?
No, Sky. No, Spy.
Okay.
I think the bourbon's hit.
Because I was going to say, is Skype glasses a thing?
Skype glasses.
That would be
They're
awesome.
on right now.
Skype
They're on right now.
glasses.
All right.
Do you want me to...
Do you not like hashtag sidebar? I guess you're not into that.
Hashtag sidebar? I like sidebar.
No,
That's good.
no, the name would be hashtag sidebar.
Oh, it has to be hashtag?
It has to have the hashtag.
Oh. Do we
So
have
it
to
would be-
do this thing? Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like that. Sidebar.
Man on Man is not a bad name.
That's not bad.
Oh, fuck. I don't believe that you two could only record a 30-minute show. Here's the thing, Ty. We're not recording a 30-minute show. We're recording a 2-hour show that I break into 4 chunks. Like, I don't think we could do a 30-minute show and that's it. I think we just have to record as much as we can during that month, and I break it up however I can into 4 segments.
I also think you are going to have to not edit so much.
I don't
it go,
edit
man.
that much.
You edit a lot.
What do you mean?
I have, because I've had Annalise.
You've never listened to a goddamn thing we've ever
That's not
produced.
true. I've listened to one thing we've done.
What?
I don't remember, but I know I've listened to one.
And how would you even remember that?
Annalise tells me how much you edit.
How would she know?
Because she hears me talk. She's like, that part wasn't in the show.
Oh, well, if it's like you talking to Annalise going, hey,
No. Me talking to you.
get the cauliflower fucking pizza ready, then yes, I cut that part out. Nobody needs to hear that.
But I'm just saying, I think I just, for your own sanity, because it's going to be a lot of editing to break it into.
It's not going to be that bad. Here's the thing, though. It's once a month. I can deal with that editing.
Okay.
It's
All
the
right.
it's
Hey, why get so upset, man?
Hey,
Have a drink. Have a sip of your beverage.
you see the guy down
You should
the hall
see him at the
getting
game.
mad?
You should see him at the Ducks game. It's insane.
It's not that bad. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. Is Arizona State gonna still win this game? Sorry, we're watching college football.
Arizona
on the side.
State. I think Arizona State's got a shot.
The pizza's
tie.
ready. That's funny. Escape from the wounded dick. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
That's not bad, although it's very
Couldn't
particular.
use dick.
No,
Couldn't use dick.
no, that's a tough one. That doesn't.
iTunes would not like it.
iTunes would not allow. You can't do dick. Can't do dick on iTunes.
Ty says, write down your transition times while you're recording. It makes life so much easier. What's a transition time? It's
I
like
don't
Caitlyn Jenner?
No, God.
Is he talking about
no.
me?
What are you talking about?
Is he taking a shot at me?
I think that's how they do their show. Is that he notes little things as he goes, so he knows. Did you shave, Matt?
No,
Yes.
I did not shave, Matt.
Yes, Courtney.
Oh, I thought he was asking me if I shaved you.
That's coming tomorrow.
No. Although I am introducing them to the Quip. Oh, by the way, Quip, we're going to have a YouTube video on Halos.
Do
and
I
Heathens.
look like I have facial hair or something?
I do.
I grow it very poorly. Maybe that's the joke.
Oh.
He's like, yeah, did you even shave, you little fucking piece of shit?
Or maybe, no, but he might be talking about other parts.
I don't
Pictures. Oh, me shaving you?
Oh,
Oh, people would watch. Who shaved Matt? I'm in.
I tell you, I feel
Hashtag
wedged. I
sidebar.
feel.
I like that
I'm
name.
going to be honest with you. I feel wedged in here a little bit, and I feel like my scrotum is on fire. Like I'm not going to be able to produce children anymore. Oh wait, that's not a thing.
Not a
That's
thing.
Not a thing.
Yeah, and I can't get
I'm
pregnant,
gonna
so you're
shoot that
safe.
chair back. Oh, so much better.
We could also do like
Can't tell you how much
Matt
better I
Neal
feel.
saves the world.
No,
No?
no.
No?
The name is important.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you say? Hashtag sidebar. And what was the
No,
other
that
one?
was not. That was Ty.
But what was the other one?
Matt Neal saves the world.
No, there was another one.
No, I don't know.
Well, man on man, I don't think we should probably do that.
No.
I thought you used to have a hairy face. So, Courtney, I am very lazy with my shaving. And so what happens is, I don't know why he knows I have a hairy
The
face.
chocolate wafer pod. That's pretty good too. Ty's got it going on.
God damn, we just need to do a brainstorm with Ty. He'll give us all the names we need.
Yeah, Ty, just keep throwing them out there. You're gonna win the game for sure.
No, the thing is, with my shaving, Courtney, which is a really important part of this conversation.
I agree.
I have a very lax schedule because I work from home. Ty would understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't necessarily feel like I need to shave, but once 3 or 4 days, maybe at the most.
Mm-hmm.
So oftentimes when I'm podcasting, I have not shaved in 4, maybe even 5 days. And so there's some scruff there, but not right now. And I grew up very poorly. I'm like a little boy. It's weird. Which is what you like.
I don't shave. I'm a fan of the unshaved little boys.
Right.
I don't shave very often either. I don't know if mine grows in well or not.
It grows better than mine.
Does it?
That's for sure.
Which is weird because with a lot of Hispanic people, it doesn't grow quite right.
But see, I'm Spanish from Spain, and I would think that my hair would grow in a little bit better, and it doesn't.
I'm white Spanish.
It's very weak. It's very weak.
We're
very weak Spanish.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk? We can certainly keep doing the podcast talk, but do you want me to get into where we want to go tonight? Do you want me to do that segment now?
Do
or
it.
Do you want to do it later?
Bring it.
Okay. So, everybody, let me get over here.
I like how you think we're going somewhere tonight, but that's good.
Well, it's possible. So, we have done on our show many times. Is there still more? Okay, good. We have done on our show several times, many times, the Yelp desk, which thanks to Ty for supplying us with the drop for that, which was Yelp desk. Oh. Is that about right?
That was pretty good.
Pretty good. So what we thought we'd do is we would do a Yelp desk, a localized Yelp desk for Eugene, where we throw out different bars.
For where?
The Eugene.
Thank you.
Where we throw out different bars that we might consider going to tonight. And I want you guys to tell us which one you think we should go to.
Oh, can you mention also that we're right next door to...
Trev's?
Right next door.
There's a bar next door to us called Trev's, and it's a sports bar.
Hey, David.
And we kind of made fun of it the last time we were here because we were like, look at this place. It looks pathetic. As I'm walking to get the pizza last night, this guy's walking behind me.
Ooh, that's good. When Jason came up with artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence.
That's a good name.
We need to make a pun off of that. Way more of a pun off of that. But so I'm walking to get the pizza because Neil could not be bothered.
Artificial intellianal.
Whoa, that's too
weird.
Much. I don't think
all right. I just pushed
you
it.
just talked about how iTunes isn't going to work.
Like, yeah.
That's the bourbon talking. So I went to go get this pizza. I sound like I'm a fucking comedian, like Jerry Seinfeld. I went to get the pizza.
What is up with pesto?
What is up with pizza? So I went to get the pizza, and this guy's walking behind me, and all I hear is him say, and between our hotel and the pizza place is Trev's, this sports bar, which is just
which we talked about before.
We've talked about it before. So this guy, I hear him saying, hey, and I'm listening to this, but I'm just walking, trying to mind my own business. But I hear this guy say, hey, you know what? You've worked hard. Your whole goal in life was to get a sports bar. You've worked up the money. You got it. What are you going to name it? Trev's. What a fucking joke. He just laying into this guy. And then this friend is like, yeah, I guess so. Maybe the guy's name is Trev. And then all of a sudden the other guy goes, hey, you ever met a cool Trev? The guy starts guessing. He's like, nope.
No.
Anyway, how did we sidebar to that?
We're going to do it in the Yelp.
Oh, going to the Yelp. Thank you. See, I can't keep anything straight.
The Yelp.
All right, hold on one second.
Although
artificial intelligence, way to go, Ty.
We did this this early afternoon. Well, it was before noon, so late morning. We did ask the person working the front desk. What?
We forgot to talk about lunch.
Right.
We got to talk about lunch.
Well, you want to do that first?
Yes. Go ahead and finish your story.
So, this will lead into it nicely. We went to the front desk to ask. First we went to Starbucks because I needed a coffee.
Sure.
I walked back and we're trying to figure out. I said, "Hey, look, hey, man.
Hey,
what? Hey, buddy.
Why are you
I'm cool with eating early and watching some football and maybe getting a few beers now. I don't care. Yep. I'd rather start drinking early and go to bed early than try to stay up late.
Of course.
That ain't happening.
Hey, you slept well last night.
I did.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was so good. So good.
So you went to the lobby.
Went to the lobby and you asked the person at the front desk.
I said, "Hey, here's the thing," and I said, and I prefaced with, "Please don't say the wild dick." Or the what do we call it? The wounded dick.
Wounded dick.
Yeah, which is the name of the place is actually called the Wild Duck.
Right.
So I said, please don't say the Wild Duck. We're looking for a place where we can go have some lunch, have some beers, and watch college football.
Right.
So what would your recommendation?
So she mentioned the Elkhorn, which is where we went for lunch. And when she mentioned Trev's, the look on her face was like, so Trev's is north. Yeah.
East.
So Elkhorn is west. And she was like, I would not go east. I would go west.
I would go
But
west.
the look on her face when she's like, yeah, so there's Trev's. But it was so funny because she was like, she's very nice.
Yeah.
But the look on her face when she said Trev's was like, I don't even really want
She
to say the
threw
word.
it out there at the last minute, like, of course you could go next door.
Yeah. Like they have TVs but yeah. So we ended up going to the Elkhorn.
Yes. So we were going to walk to the Elkhorn. Now, when it comes to Eugene, there's the main drag that we're on is called Franklin, which eventually turns into Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk down there, if you walk down a certain side of it, there's really no sidewalks, which is weird because this town is supposed to be set up for walking and biking and all those things.
It's bizarre.
But you can't do it. So I said, let's walk up. Well, there's two reasons why. One is I said, let's get off the main road or the side road there because there's just no good walkway. And also we were walking behind this gal the whole time.
Matt says, let's get off.
And I said to her,
Oh,
hey,
God.
we're not following you. And she did not like that joke at all.
No. Now, granted, she was young enough to be our daughter.
Could be,
Yeah.
for sure. At least
No,
your
she
daughter.
was not-
At least
not
your daughter.
happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably your daughter.
For
not my
sure,
daughter.
my
Yeah.
daughter.
So we go walking down into almost to campus, not quite into the campus.
However, looks-wise, she'd be more your daughter.
Oh, come on. So we're walking down the street, and I'm like, okay, at some point we need to turn because the bar, the brewery, is on one of these streets. We need to turn down. So I go walking, and I get to this corner.
Mm-hmm.
And so on this corner, I realize...
Did you have that planned?
No.
Okay.
On this corner, I look, and I'm thinking, okay, I think it's probably about here. So let me look it up. And as I'm looking it up, I see a line of girls walking toward us.
Oh, God.
And I know they're all decked out, and I know they're sorority girls.
No.
And I realized that on this side of the street is the something sorority and the Gamma Phi Beta sorority. And on the other side of the street is the Alpha Phi sorority. And all of a sudden I realized my mistake. We are in sorority heartland. And Neil is very uncomfortable.
No. Did not like it at all.
So I'm looking at my phone to try to find, like, to make sure which street we're supposed to turn down. And I see them start to walk up. Neil backs off and is like, oh no. And I said, you're fine. And then I look up and I go, oh, there's a whole legion coming. And I think you heard me and thought I was just fucking around.
Yeah. I thought
Like,
you were
oh
like,
yeah,
playing
whatever.
around. Yeah.
Whatever. No, there's not really a legion coming. As I'm looking back at my
I
phone,
thought there would be like, I thought in my periphery when I looked, like there were 6 to 10 girls, which was a lot.
that was the first group.
Right. Which I'm like, oh, no.
I'm looking back at my phone.
And they were all old enough that I think they'd be allowed to sell their cookies in front of a shopping center if their mom was with them.
These girls had to be freshmen.
In high school?
No, they're freshmen in college.
No.
But you'll
No.
understand why they're freshmen in college in a second.
No.
So I'm looking at my phone and I was like, this is our street. We need to turn down the street and it's on the other side.
Nope.
And so as I'm looking that up, I hear Neil look and realize that the Legion comment was not wrong.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, sweet Jesus.
I'm like, hell no. No.
And he backs up like 6 steps. Like they're going to be nervous that he's even in the area.
Nope.
It's like you're a fucking, you feel like you look like a pedophile.
Oh
or
my
something.
God. I wanted nothing to do with that.
So I'm looking at it and like, I don't know how to tell you this, Neil. We need to cross the street and then turn.
Yeah.
So now here's where you think, okay, fine. This is awful. All these girls are walking up. The stoplight comes. We'll be able to cross and then we'll get away from this action. So here's what happens.
Oh,
the
geez.
stoplight comes. We go to walk across. We have to kind of cut through them and be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
We cross the street. We go by thinking we're fine now. Now we're turning and we're going right by the Alpha Phi house.
No.
There's a million of them down there.
They're like propagating
So we go walking
like
down the
freaking
street,
seahorses.
and they just keep coming, and we're trying to like kind of narrow our way around, and finally,
Oh, I'm
and this
walking
is the,
on the grass
Yeah.
between the cars
Yeah.
and the trees. I'm not even on the sidewalk
right.
anymore. I'm holding my coffee cup and I put my other hand in my pocket, which is hilarious because I tell Annalise all the time when we're walking, like, don't put your hands in your pockets because if you trip, you'll never get your hands
Right.
out in time. So I'm like, no, I'm putting my hand in my pocket. I'm holding coffee. I will not have hands anywhere. There's no hands.
Look straight ahead.
I'm
Look straight
looking
ahead.
down. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm looking at like license plates, which is funny because that's why I'm like, hey, you can get a Ducks license plate.
So as we're walking by, we get close to the Alpha Phi front door. And as we get close, it's getting even more and more congested. I'm like, oh shit, Neil's losing his mind. We need to just get past this. And the second we are walking by that front door, the door is still open.
Yeah.
And there are 30 girls inside
There were,
who are going, goodbye.
it was like some cheer. I don't know what was going on. And I'm like, now they're yelling at me.
Perv.
Yeah. So Courtney says, why does Neil get so nervous? I have a sister who's much younger than me. and her friends have dealt with so much garbage from older dudes, and I just don't ever want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. There's so many older pervy dudes that make young girls feel uncomfortable that I just don't even want to be around. It just makes me uncomfortable. Like, I just want these people to be able to go where they're going and not feel uncomfortable.
But you make it worse by being nervous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I absolutely do.
Okay,
I make it way more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm my own worst enemy.
All right.
Because I know that if I was just like you and normal and just walk through, they wouldn't even notice me. But I know because of how I act, they notice me even more.
Right.
And it's worse. But I can't help it.
Or you think they notice you and it makes you more nervous, and then that makes it worse.
But I am legitimately uncomfortable. Like, I don't like it. I am not happy with it.
So I will say this. There was an episode of our show. It was very shortly before you joined the show.
Okay.
And, oh God, so like episode 120 something. And Scott and I were talking about this video that circulated where it was this sorority video of them like introducing, hey, welcome to blah, 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 blah. And they open the doors and there's all these girls lined up, like stacked up high with hands in the air. And they're doing this chant. And it looks like the fucking devil. Like, it's craziest thing you ever see. That's what that door looked like. When they all went, goodbye.
I didn't even look.
It was terrifying.
Eyes down into the street. I didn't even look.
Oh my God.
And so it's weird. I am weird about it. I know it's my own bizarre thing, but at the same time, and if a younger woman wants to date an older guy or an older whatever, I don't care. That's their own business.
Hey, they just talked about this on the 2-on-3 pod. Shout out. Half your age plus 7.
I just don't want. It's just not my thing. I don't want to even make it seem like.
How old are you now? 47? 48?
48.
40. No.
What year is it?
You're 47.
19.
I'm just kidding. I did that on purpose.
49.
You can't remember. You're
49.
You're not 49.
48.
You were born in 72.
Yes.
You are 47 years old.
2020.
Okay. Let's just call you 48 since you already feel like you're that.
Fine.
Cut it in half. 24 plus 7, 31.
No.
31's your bottom line.
No. No. I'm not going.
I love how you're like 49, 50.
Yeah.
I think I'm 50.
Yeah.
You're
75.
Not 50. You're
I'm
not
75.
50, bro.
Half is 75 plus 7. What's that?
I don't know.
So no, no, I'm weird. Look, if a younger woman wants to date an older man, I'm fine with it. It doesn't matter. It's their own business. I just don't want to make it. I just feel so. I don't ever want anybody to think that I'm walking down that place because I want to scout younger chicks.
Well, they don't think that. Because normal people can walk down a street and not just the immediate thought is,
what was the first?
you're
What's the
girls.
first thing you just said?
What?
What was the first
normal
part?
people?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not normal.
Not gonna happen,
fine.
man.
Fair enough.
I can't.
Not
I
normal.
can't sleep. I can't drive without crying.
Yeah.
I make a big deal about it. Like, I'm like, oh, it was such a good drive today.
Right.
Because this time, and our relationship and blah. Dude, there's nothing normal about me.
See, there you go, Kristen. 27. You can date a 27-year-old. Chris might not like it, but that's how the numbers bear out. So just letting you know. Anyway.
Oh, Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie. I got so excited.
Thanks
Jeannie.
for joining.
Jeannie.
So
All right.
anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, what does Ty say? Why do you think those weird dads were walking around the Greek system?
Yeah.
There was a normal street. We were walking to the brewery.
There was no, dude, there was nothing normal about that street.
Of course not. But
No.
it was an avenue to go to the goddamn bar that we were going to.
Sure, it was
So
an
what the hell are
avenue.
we
It was
supposed
an
to do?
avenue.
Yeah.
We should have.
Technically, it was a street. It wasn't an avenue.
True. Good point. And I was actually walking on the boulevard. If you think technically.
Oh, shit. All right. Let me get into Yelp Desk. Sorry.
Annalise is like, you guys have 14 people watching. We're breaking the bank, buddy.
Annalise, this is why we saved this conversation, this story for now. Because I think we need everybody to hear that. Anyway, okay.
Honey Bunches was awful.
So we're looking at, I think it's 4 or 5. I'm looking at my list right now and I can't even tell because that's not.
Matt, we were walking and Matt's walking like a human and he's like, oh, excuse me. And I'm like almost bouncing off parked cars with the coffee in my hand. It was terrible.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I made it so weird.
You're making it weirder.
So
sir.
weird.
You're making it way weird.
Yeah.
Especially because if you cheat too far to the other side, there's 2 more sororities over there.
They didn't give a shit that I was there. They didn't care.
They did not care 1 ounce. No.
Not at all. However,
yes,
I also don't dress to blend.
No.
So my outfit stuck out a little.
Right. They're
too.
like, look at the guy with the tats.
They're like, look at the guy with the really tight red sweatshirt.
And
the red Air Force Ones.
Can you talk by yourself for about a minute and a half?
Oh, I can talk about myself for about an hour now.
I got to pee real
you gonna
quick.
pee?
I'm going to pee and
Get
grab a beer.
after it, bro.
I'll be right back.
Get after it. All right, so let's talk about Matt while he's gone. I want to come up with more ideas for our podcast name. No, but so this trip has been a lot of fun. I will say this: no one has experienced college football. If you're a college football fan, hey, you know what? You don't even have to be a college football fan. If you're just a fan of watching people and being in an interesting setting, one of the best things is to watch Matt watch college football. The other good thing is to talk to Matt about college football because he remembers every single thing and every single stat about every single game that he's ever seen or anything about the Oregon Ducks. When we met his friends at what's that place where we met your friends? The Rich Palace on campus or something like that. When we met them, I was speaking to his friends and they were asking, where do you live? Napa, blah, 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 blah. I was explaining to them why I got into the Oregon Ducks, that I was more of a professional football fan and then wanted to follow college football. And since I was friends with Matt said, hey, look, part of the Pac-12. Enjoy the Ducks. I said, great, I'll become a Ducks fan. And will you remind me of Kevin's wife's name? Katie. So Katie said, yeah. He goes, it's amazing because Matt will remember every single thing about every single freaking Ducks game, and the stats are amazing. I'm like, yeah. The crazy thing is, I will ask, I'll tell Matt something like, hey, I remember in 2011. I went to I went to Arizona to see a sunset in October, and he's like, oh, that was the week that the Ducks lost to and I'm like, what are you talking about? So speaking to Matt about Oregon football is one thing. Watching him watch a game, there's a lot on the line for you.
It's very important.
Very important.
It is the most important thing maybe in the world.
Well, more so than kids, for sure. For sure.
You know what? If anybody understands this, it's Ty. Ty gets it.
Matt was talking about his kids, and I said, what are your kids' soccer stats? And he's like, I don't know. And then this guy walks on the field. He's like, oh, that's a true freshman. And he's 4.3 yards a carry and blah, 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 blah. I was like, is that your kid? You're like, no, it's somebody else's
Well, the
kid.
funny part was when they went to punt. And I'm talking about the guy back to punt. I go, this guy's averaging 24 yards a carry, or 24 yards a return. And then he catches the ball and just gets annihilated. And then there's a flag. There's a flag. I said, still averaging 24 yards.
Well, then after that, they re-kicked and he got 23 yards.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Real quick, before we go back to lunch, since we're on the Ducks game again, the announcer was killing me.
The PA guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name is Don Essig.
1st and 10.
Yep.
Ducks
No. Here was the best part.
Yeah.
It was 2nd and 15.
Right.
They had a false start. Mm-hmm. And he said, gain of 6.
Bye, Ty.
Oh, Ty's out.
Hey, Colorado
See you
Martini.
later, Ty. He said 2nd and 6. Or no, he said it was 2nd and 15. They got a gain of 6. And he goes, gain of 6, 3rd and 5. Or something like that. I was like, what?
It was
It made
insane.
no sense. It was like, it doesn't have...
Nothing adds up. It was the wrong
In no way
down.
would that ever be right.
No, it was even worse than that. I almost want to say it was... I thought there was one that was like...
Hey, Colorado Martini.
1st and 10, gain of 6, it's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it was a weird number.
Nothing.
Yeah. He's an old guy who's been
guy.
there forever, and people just they appreciate the fact that he's the voice, so that's why. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me get to Yelp Desk. Sorry, I keep teasing it. I'm not doing it.
Well, we still haven't finished lunch.
Oh, sorry.
If you want to, we don't have to.
No, go ahead. Finish
you
lunch.
Want to talk about? So we finally walked through the Girl Scout cookies. We got to the Elkhorn, and this place is weird. I really liked it, although I don't think it should be called the Elkhorn, and I think they need a little help deciding inside what they want to be.
Well, it has a lot of junk in it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the drugstore we went to,
yes.
except for
it's very
you can
mishmash,
drink there,
but
so
it was
it's better.
Very clean. I thought the food was really good. The beers were good. Even their Fruity Pebble beer was good. So we got in there and we ordered 2 flights of beers because they had a bunch of beers.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we wanted. I ordered a salad because of the pizza the night before killed me. But we had a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. The old guy came down. We wanted to watch the South Carolina-Georgia game. Carolina?
Yep. Old guy came down and said,
hey, are you guys watching this?
I want to watch the South Carolina-Georgia game.
Yeah, we're like, that's what we're watching.
The game's on.
Although you could tell right away he felt bad. He's like, sorry, guys.
Yeah. Right.
I almost felt like, dude, you should buy us a beer for that. That's what I would have done.
Or a flight.
I would have done that. If that was me.
The worst part about the flight was the fact that when it happened, we were like...
Flight of beer.
The flight of beer is that we thought, should we wait here for the flight of beer?
Elkhorn and Eugene. Oh, Annalise answered. Sorry, my bad.
We thought, should we wait for the flight of beers?
Right.
And then we thought, oh, no, I guess we could just go sit down. She goes, yeah, I'll bring it to you. And then she came down.
I felt terrible.
She was like teetering with both arms, like she could barely keep it up. Like, here you go.
And she's like, and I'm used to it. And I'm like,
I don't think you are.
We were both like, well, so sorry. We
felt
done
bad.
this.
Felt bad. Anyway.
So anyway, so the food was good. Had blah, blah, blah. Let's go. I have to go pee again in a moment.
Go pee. You can start if you want.
What story you tell?
I'm gonna do Yelp desk.
Oh yeah.
But I'm here. I'll do a slow build up so you can go pee. You go pee.
I should just
pee right there.
Yeah.
There's a deck right there. You could probably do it off the deck into the water. I'll just give you guys a tease and then we'll get into it more. So when Neil's back, so we have always done, and those who don't know our show, we've done a bit on our show called the Yelp Desk, and so it's usually around something that we've been to. So for instance, last year when we were in Eugene, we did a Yelp desk around places that we had already been to. We already actually went there. So this time what we're going to do is I have like 5, maybe 6, I can't remember, bars that are in downtown Eugene. And we're trying to figure out a place that after we wrap up this live show, we're going to go downtown to get some food, have a couple of drinks, maybe play some pool, and then come back. So that's kind of the goal. So there's 5 or 6 places that we're looking at. So I'm going to share with you some 1-star reviews from those Yelp desk, from the Yelp reviews of these places. I'll just tell you right now, here are the names of the places. There's one place called the Starlight Lounge. There's a place called Lucky's Club, which I'll warn you right now. Lucky's Club is more of like kind of like a live music venue. It also has a bar. So if we went there early enough, which we are going to, we might avoid the music, which I'm not saying that because I want to avoid music. I'm saying that because the bands are probably fairly shit.
We don't allow dancing.
The other places are Doc's Pad, which for any of you Steve Prefontaine fans out there, I think he actually worked at Doc's Pad, so it goes back way long. The Horsehead Bar and Jameson's. So those are the 5. We do have 5 that we're going to do. So here are the 1-star reviews that I pulled from the 5 different locations we're talking about. You ready, Neil?
Mm-hmm. 1-star reviews.
Starlight Lounge.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Annalise. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit, son.
Oh, no.
My lady's been there.
You ready?
When I say my lady, I mean more the lady. I don't own her.
So you don't
She's
own
not
her.
my lady.
She says, I was on holiday from my husband hanging with 2 hot guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, good for you. Get after it, chickie. Come on.
That's not what she said. She said, if I could give the place 0 stars,
0,
I would.
Yeah.
I often find myself at the Starlight, but after last night's encounter with their ridiculously bigoted, stiff-nosed bitch of a bartender,
I
will not return.
Wait, what's stiff nose mean?
I don't know.
Stiff nose?
Like just fucking firm, like stubborn.
Are there soft noses?
Maybe if you're more lenient.
Stiff nose.
She says
that might be good for tickling the little man in the boat.
Well, that's a good point. She says,
little person in the boat.
Or a guy.
Or a guy.
She says, listen to this. Okay. You got my attention, Annalise. They close their patio at 2, which is fine, but they don't have signage anywhere stating this, nor do they come out to let you know you should no longer be out there. This woman comes out huffing and puffing. Oh boy.
Well, it's a dragon.
Lets us know we need to leave. My friend goes in to complain about the manner in which she spoke to us. Lady comes in behind us yelling that we need to leave, quote, leave her bar right now. I step in to inform her that the way she's dealing with the situation is completely unprofessional. She then proceeds to actually push me out.
Get out.
So that's no good.
No.
Literally put her hands on me.
Literally.
I am still livid. Do not go to this bar if you plan. If you're trying to leave in good spirits. Oh, I like that little pun at the end there.
Little spirits.
So
I like it.
That is the Starlight Lounge.
Quadfather says Neil would pass out in a strip club, or he would hide under the table.
Oh, funny you say that. We're actually going to a strip club.
What? No. I'd actually be more comfortable at a strip club than Girl Scout cookie table row, whatever you call that.
Because they're 21.
Well, because those people are just making a living.
I want you to
making a living.
I want you to work your way out of this.
No, they're just making a living.
Okay.
Like everybody knows what we're going in there for and what they're doing.
Right.
There's no misconception.
Right.
No one can accidentally misunderstand.
They are there to entertain you.
Right. and greasy guys going there all the time to ogle.
Greasy guys?
Yeah.
What does that mean, Neil?
Like
What are you talking
nasty,
about?
nasty men that think that they can only pay a woman to dance for them because they don't love their mothers.
Oof.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to move on
What
from
I'm
that one. Whoa.
Yeah.
I informed Neil that when I lived in Eugene.
Look, my mom's a stripper.
No.
I see
that
her
is
dance
not
all the
true.
time.
That is not true. I informed Neil that when I lived in Eugene, the Eugene,
Thank you.
when I worked at the hotel, there is a place that is called the Alaskan Bush Company, which is a fucking horrible name for a strip club. Or the best name for a strip club. I'm not sure which. Anyway, okay. Next up. So that was Starlight Lounge.
All right.
Next up is Lucky's Club.
Lucky's.
This is, I did tell you. That was last one was from Annalise. This is from Local H.
Local H, the wobbly H, the
Yeah.
local wobbly H.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's got 29 reviews. He says, this used to be a good bar, but they have this lame
If you think about it, dudes can be wobbly H too.
They could.
Yeah.
We're all involved.
Right. Slanging and banging.
This used to be a good bar, but they have this lame-ass booker working there.
Booker.
He's rumored to be a pedophile
Rumored.
and is a virtue-signaling mansplainer who tries to act like a feminist but is really a creep.
Whoa.
Not
So my dad works there?
not stepping a foot in the joint till he is fired. Come here for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You need to come here. This guy posts a picture, and it actually is a picture of this man, and it says pedophile alert shop for
Oh
here.
my God.
It's a picture of the guy. Somebody like memed the guy as a
Terrible.
pedophile, and it's a picture of this guy with glasses.
Oh,
I will share this out later.
not
I'm
good.
sorry, folks. You can't see this. This is just unbelievable.
Not
Anyway.
good. Well, I should have had you give me
That-
that picture because I could have put it up on our.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No. Ain't you.
Can I do it now?
Yeah, send it
Is
to
there a
me.
way? How do I do that?
Email it to me.
Okay.
Email me the pic.
Hold on.
Although
Sorry,
it'll take a
folks.
while, so we'll have to come back to it.
We'll come back to
That's
it
fine.
so you can see. Hold on.
It's all good.
And I know your email address.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
do.
Hold on. You keep talking.
All right. Well, I was gonna say something about that picture that reminded me of somebody, but then I realized I probably shouldn't.
Is that person in the chat right now?
Not right now. Not right now.
Oh, I was about,
Speed up. Let's.
I was about to put in the subject line pedophile. That's gonna get flagged.
Yeah. Like I don't have enough government things. Jeannie says, Neil, your dad is amazing.
You
Oh,
know
crap.
what? You know what, Jeannie? Neil checks on his dad about maybe a tenth of the time that I check on mine.
Wow.
Just saying.
Doth protest too much.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
That'd be-
All right.
that's
I
like
sent it to you.
Me
You
with
take
the
a look.
Me with the Girl Scout cookies.
Okay, the next place is Doxpad, and I mentioned this to everybody. This is where
Brian said, wait a minute. Hey, now, a strip club was my first IT job. Met the manager in a Saturday college course. Ended up networking a new point of sale system in it at a tender age of 21. It's a good job. It's good.
hey, you're making money.
Hey, man.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Hey.
I got nothing against strip club. I got nothing against people who work in the sex industry. Nothing at all. What I do have, a hard... no, but I do have strong feelings
What
about...
I do have is a hard. Oh.
is strong feelings about creepy old dudes and young girls.
Yeah, which is why you fear
creepy old
walking
dude.
by any girls ever.
Oh God.
Okay, we got 3 more. Doxpad, which I mentioned to people, is I did it wrong. 3.
All right.
Is a place that Steve Prefontaine, for anybody who's a fan of runners.
Or death.
By the way, should anybody know that a guy just broke the 2 hour barrier today in marathon?
I think you should.
Guy broke the 2 hour minute or two. I'm saying
Okay.
wrong.
2 hour minute.
2 hour marathon. A guy broke that today. A guy ran a fucking marathon in less than 2 hours. It's unreal. Anyway,
It's impressive.
Docs Pad from Gonzalez T. Watch out for fake action.
Watch out.
For fake Action Bronson, the security guard, and Fat ZZ Top, the bartender,
Fat ZZ Top.
was there for the McGregor Mayweather fight. Yes, this was 2 years ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
I took, quote, too long in the restroom, so I got pulled out by security and accused of doing drugs. I offered to empty my pockets, and when they realized they were wrong, they let me back in without apologizing. Asked them if this was how they treated customers, and emo ZZ Top was speechless. Also, after the confrontation, my party received no more service at our table.
Just so you know, the pedophile picture is up on the stream.
Thank you. That was the guy
you go.
from the last play. That was the guy that was called out in the last one. And this guy finishes with, also, you look ridiculous in that do-rag, man. I think he's talking to ZZ Top guy. ZZ Top guy had a do-rag on.
Not cool.
Oh, okay. 2 more.
All right.
Horsehead Bar.
Yes.
From Rome H. We were harassed at Horsehead.
From Rome?
We were harassed. No, just his name is Rome H. I don't think he's from Rome.
Oh, it's not unbelievable.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Amazing.
What?
Phenomenal. He says,
dude crushed it on the ice. Phenomenal.
This guy's lettuce. So, cabbage.
I do say lettuce. I do tell Annalise I got to get my lettuce strip. First time I told her that, she looked at me like, you are not a very smart man.
She's used to all of it, though.
Now she's okay with it.
We were harassed at Horsehead Friday night for just sitting on, or should I say leaning on, a flower bed wall by a bully bouncer. Bully. By the way, no flowers, just dirt and uncared for. We're senior citizens. We are senior citizens and get harassed. This is simply crazy.
Oh, that's great.
Why do the senior citizens get harassed, Neil?
Because they smell like sour mouth.
Because they leaned against that bar.
And then we have to pay money to get freaking the, what do you call it? The air fresheners to get their sour mouth smell out of here.
Exactly. The sour mouth. Okay, last one. Jameson's. This is from Scott M. He says, great place to go if you hate yourself.
Wow.
He said, men's bathroom looks like people just stand in the doorway and piss in the general direction of the room itself.
Well, what else do you do?
We've all been there. Yeah. Bartenders in Eugene are indifferent as a rule, but these weirdos take it to a new level. Shitty drinks, shitty device, dirty environment. They need to offer tetanus shots at the door.
There you go.
So what do you guys think? We got Jameson's, we got Horseheads, we got Doc's Pad with we got, what is this place? Lucky's Club with the pedophile. And we got Starlight Lounge.
Annalise said none of these places sound like you should go there.
You have to remember, Annalise, these are all 1-star reviews. So there could be a million reviews where people had a great time at these places.
There could be.
I'll tell you right now.
Getting some light.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, my leaning is toward the Starlight Lounge. I think the first place is maybe the best option.
Okay.
And keep in mind, we're looking for a place where we can get beers and play pool. That's it.
Right.
That's it. We're not looking for a lot here. So
no.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I would also think about going back to the Elkhorn to play shuffleboard.
Yeah.
Or not.
But isn't it kind of
lame?
I don't know. I think we should play pool. Okay. Shuffleboard's fine. By the way, I love that the sign said, you're fine. You'll be fine. You said you weren't good at pool darts and you beat me.
I'm not. Well, that doesn't mean you're good at darts.
No, it doesn't mean that. Okay, let me explain.
It's like me saying I'm not really.
No, you were fucking crushing darts. I did not play badly. I played fine. Mm-hmm. You were fucking lights out on darts.
Yeah. Imagine if I was good.
See what I have to deal with?
All right.
Should we do another live show tomorrow?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do another live show tomorrow.
Okay. We can do that. I don't think we're going to feel as good tomorrow as we do today, though.
We'll be fine.
We'll see.
We'll see how
it feels. It'll be an impromptu live.
All right. Do we have anything left? Shuffleboard is American curling.
Yeah. And they use the same stuff that they put under pizzas. Cornstarch, right?
Oh, should we talk about pizzas?
Cornbread?
Okay, I want you guys to tell me if this is gross. Here's what happened. Last night I went and got pizza. We do not have plates.
Oh.
So I brought the pizza back.
We need more backstory.
What do you mean? How far back?
Well, earlier in the day, we were talking about the glasses in hotel rooms. And you were saying never drink out of a glass in a hotel room because they're not sanitized.
No.
However, I think our glasses are, because this place is so cheap that they actually have to outsource their glassware. So they come in like glass condoms.
Right.
And so I was like, yeah. And I'm kind of like, yeah, man, all right.
So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good, bro. I'm in. You get some glasses from me.
Sorry, please continue.
So who ended up winning that game?
Washington State.
Oh,
excuse me. I think Arizona State won.
Wow,
I think they won 38-34. 38-34.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Back to the so anyway, so we're talking about that, and you have commented on I'm a little bit of a germaphobe and like to clean stuff all the time.
A little bit. You could remove a little bit.
A little bit. I'm a germaphobe and like to clean stuff all the time. I also like to straighten out the room constantly.
Literally, he changes my underwear while I'm still in the bed.
It's
He's like, you
crazy.
got to clean that out.
Yeah. I'm like, sorry. I'm like, just lift up. It's like a baby. I hold his 2 ankles with
You
one
got
foot.
it. You got it.
You're
Good boy. Good boy. Oh, did you make a poopy?
So last night we got the pizza. We didn't have plates or napkins or anything.
My mistake.
You had purchased a 12-pack?
Yes. 18.
18.
18, as my Australian friends
Right.
say.
18. Of what kind of beer?
So it's 10 barrel. I don't know if you can see that. 10 barrel lager.
Right.
Because here's the thing. When I was coming down here, I knew Neil had gotten bourbon and IPAs. And I just thought, I'm going to need some lager to even it out. I think I need something I can just drink like in my normal speed, which is not a big issue.
Right. And we both discussed how we both enjoy
drinking at the same speed.
Having a drink in our hand. So it doesn't matter what. It could be water.
Chris understands this completely because Chris and I drink at the same pace.
And Annalise is not like this. And it amazes me. And I don't know if it's a male versus female thing, but Annalise doesn't have to like constantly be putting something in her mouth.
Wow.
She can just do it like once and then like never do it again and she's fine. No. She like, I like when I'm drinking, I like the motion. I just need something constantly wet in there. And
wow. Jesus Christ. Is there a way to talk about this without the double entendres?
No.
No.
So I try to look for something sometimes with a little less alcohol so I can continue that motion, you know, like shove it in my face.
Chris just keeps saying, "Oh shit, man."
So I don't know where. Anyway, so I get the point of having some, you know, if you're gonna have bourbon and like a really strong beer, it's nice to just have, you know.
I needed something a little bit lighter,
natty ice out
something to keep us going. So we get the pizza. I bring it back to the room. The pizza box is on the table.
You brought the actual 18. You brought the case. You brought the suitcase. So it was the cardboard box with the 18 cans.
And I'd unloaded it.
Threw the cans in there.
Just like I unload everything.
Then you took the cardboard exterior,
put it over by the trash can,
folded it up, threw it on the ground, put it by the trash can.
So I get back with the pizza, and I feel bad because I have no plates. So I give it to Neil, and I'm like, well, I feel like Neil should have the box as his thing. I'm just going to pull this.
Boxes are my thing.
I'm just going to pull
Big fan of the box.
You love the box.
Big box.
And I'm like, let me just pull this 18-pack, carriage out and put it over on my bed.
I'm going to use this as my plate.
I'm going to use this as my plate. And as I'm doing it, I think, this is the exterior. You shouldn't be eating anything off of this because it's dirty as fuck and it's been touched by. You should open it up. I didn't open it up because it's too lazy, and I just fucking ate it off that.
So this thing was created in a factory,
in a
vacuum.
Then
sat in stacks flat with mice and rats and whatever running out. Then it was sent somewhere where beer got put in it, where it was stacked again.
Yeah,
in a warehouse.
Right.
Where then it was loaded onto a truck, taken to a distribution company, then distributed to. I gotcha. And then put into the coolers or just out on the floor.
Right, so it's all dirty.
Oh, nasty.
It doesn't matter.
Loved it.
And you want to do Coke? Let's do it.
Let's rail it up, bro. Freaking crazy train right here. And we were also talking because as germaphobe as I am, and I was talking to you about this earlier, like one of the grossest things I do is I don't wash fruits or vegetables when I eat them. I just eat them.
That's not that gross.
I think that's pretty
gross.
That
is way less gross than what I did.
Than eating off of
a fucking 18-pack cartridge.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're fine. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Is like, never eat off the outside of packaging. Use the towels. We use the towels as napkins.
Will your new show be live streamed? No. And here's and I've talked about this before, but I think that live streaming is fun, and who knows?
This is great because it's not a podcast.
Right.
This is just a live stream.
And we might do it tomorrow, like I said. Or a girl, but we might do it tomorrow. But the thing is, I have always enjoyed, and it's one thing that I mentioned to you at some point in your podcasting, and I didn't mean it as a.
You were not the only one to mention that.
I didn't. I said it as a critique. I didn't mean it as like a hey, dumbass, you're doing it wrong. It was more like I just want you to know how I feel about it, and that is your podcast. I always felt like was so great because it was a conversation between you and Annalise.
Right.
And that was the best part of your show.
Fucking A.
So when you guys did it live, there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
There were certain times where somebody would say something funny and you guys would chime in, and that was great. But my whole point of listening to your show is because I wanted to listen to you two.
There were a lot of people that said that. There were a lot of people that liked the live show too.
And to do the every now and again, hey, we're going to do it every now. That's
works.
Fine.
Right.
Everything's great. And to do live streams every now and again is great. But for me, when I listen to a podcast, even when I listen to I mean, how did this get made is different because that's kind of become what they do.
But it's still not that constant interaction.
Because for the most part, they're just talking to each other.
Right.
And that's the difference.
Right.
I'm listening to your
different.
show.
It would be different if Annalise and I just recorded the show live and didn't look at the chat.
Right.
Then it would be like we're just doing, and people in the chat. No. A lot of people made that. Some people liked it. Most people did not. And again, everyone kind of said it the same way you did. It was there was one people that said this show sucks now, but one person.
It's a bit harsh.
But I totally got it afterwards. But we tried. We thought it would be fun. I mean, a lot of it was around my anxiety of how much we were doing. But when Annalise and I got together and talked about it and said, no, we want the podcast to be the podcast and the YouTube channel to now solely be where we try and sell shit on Amazon.
Right.
We're like, cool, let's do that.
Like up here and subscribe.
Yeah.
No, but so Courtney, to answer your question, we would do some live stream stuff
For sure.
but the majority of the show would just be a regular show.
Being how the show is, I think we'll do my thought would be that we do live things around like big events, whether it's like the Super Bowl, like we're going to go live.
Or we talked about
Sex.
No.
No.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
But you and me and Annalise are going to do an annual show that we
Right.
talked about doing that's kind of supportive of an animal shelter.
Correct.
Yes. So we'll do that too.
But I do see some live stuff like next year when we come up, when I come up for the Ducks.
Yeah, we'll do a
game,
live show.
That would be the live show.
Yeah.
And then we'll
So
record it live, and then we'll still break it up to release it on the podcast as a weekly thing. But there will still be the YouTube live thing,
Right.
which will still be on this channel.
It's a handful of times a year. It's not regular.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
a
what I
handy.
feel like is better.
It's a fat handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quadfather
There we go.
says, do it live, then Matt can edit out the chat conversation. No, of course,
Wow.
he said kidding. That's just how I feel. I feel like that most good podcasts survive and thrive on the conversation that the hosts have, not
For sure.
necessarily reacting on what people are
And to
saying.
be totally honest, I enjoy doing Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks with Annalise and without
As you should.
going live.
Yeah.
It's way more enjoyable and less stressful.
And it's
a lot more
better.
fun. Yeah, and it's
You
better.
guys are awesome together.
And
So-
same thing with our podcast too. I felt that, but I do like throwing in the live every now and then.
Yeah, of course. No, it's a nice wrinkle. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know that I have anything else.
I'm freaking done.
You could call the live show Podtoberfest.
That's great.
That's good, Courtney.
That's good.
Thank you, everybody, for joining our show.
Chris said I could never convince Kristen to go live.
Uh,
I think you guys could pull
Chris,
it off.
I think we could get her there.
Yeah.
I think
you
if
could do
the I think if oh my God,
that was terrible.
I almost
No,
said,
that was terrible.
I was gonna say,
Terrible.
you know what I'm gonna say?
No.
I was almost gonna say, I think if the two of us worked on her, we could get her there.
Not good. So, Chris, we can do this. We could do it Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks with you guys live, and that would be an introduction to it because then Kristen wouldn't have to worry about like if she didn't want to talk as much or any of that fun stuff, and then that would introduce her to it. But I think you guys would be a blast live.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
No, they're always
Yeah.
entertaining as
Yeah.
fuck.
Mott
So,
wants
yeah.
to blast you guys. Mott.
Mock wants to blast you guys.
Blast you guys
No,
live.
but I think, Chris, that we could convince Kristen to do it if it was the right environment.
Yeah. Definitely a warm environment.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
She just keeps saying it. Anyway, thank you guys so much, everybody, for joining us. Really appreciate it. We might do something live tomorrow. You are under no obligation to join us for that.
I like it would
Like
be
the
better.
most worst marketer of our stuff ever.
It would
I'm
be
like,
better.
guys, it's cool if you don't
Yeah.
show up. It's fine.
Well, that was like when Annalise and I started with the podcast, and we're like, you don't have to freaking
it's
don't,
totally
no
cool if
reviews.
you
It
don't.
doesn't matter.
You can listen later.
We're
It's
still
fine.
amazed you listen.
Yeah,
so,
it's okay.
Hey, listen,
So-
guys, we might be live tomorrow, but it's really not worth your time to
Right.
take it to freaking fire up YouTube.
Let me
Don't
say
worry
this.
about it.
We would love for anybody to come tomorrow when we're doing our talk, but if you can't, we
Right.
understand.
We understand.
However, we might do that tomorrow because we have some time.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
But
we
thank
might-
you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so
but
much
if you
for
don't,
joining.
if you don't make it, hey, we totally get it.
Yeah, like we'll be
So,
keeping,
like we wouldn't want to be here.
and we'll be keeping track of
Yeah.
who doesn't come.
That's great. All right, this is Reasons Are Several episode.
It's not.
This
an
is
episode.
hashtag
We
sure
might
dick.
turn this into an episode.
Hashtag sure dick.
Yeah, but this is to wrap
That would
up.
be hilarious.
Hold on, to wrap up what we said
Yes.
before.
Yeah, we'll be back.
This is Reasons Are Several is going to end still. It will be something else.
But the
We're
new
just
podcast
working
will be on the Reasons Are Several feed.
Well, no, these particular recordings will.
The new one?
No, the new podcast is going to be its own feed.
Oh, you're not going to just change the name of the feed and all of that?
Oh, is that? Can you do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess we'll.
Yeah,
do
we're going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
we're not starting
I
from
didn't
zero.
know you could do that. Sorry, I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, we're doing all that.
Anyway, no, we will figure something out. It'll be under a different name, under a different moniker. Well, I'll change I mentioned I'll change the Twitter feed to be something else, but it will still be the same account. So it'll
Correct.
People will still keep the membership to that account.
Yes,
right?
the member. Yeah.
Love you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank
We'll
you,
talk
Honey
to them.
Bunches, for being in
welcome.
the chat.
Oh, sorry.
Being in the chat and all the greatness that you do around the house while I'm gone. Stroking Matt this whole weekend.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And
Love
bye.
you, everybody. Peace out.
Bye, guys.